Hi to all the ladies, gentlemen, parents, families and officials of the netball division of our Warragul Football Netball Club. My job here today is to alert you to our requirements as a football netball club on our COVID-19 responsibilities and our return to training next week, and something that all the girls are looking forward to, I am sure. So as of next week, obviously we'll be using outdoor venues only, and restrictions are lifted to 20 plus a coach and any essential personnel, which we'll obviously try to keep to a minimum anyway. We're still required to maintain our 1.5 metres social distancing. So basically there's no real socialising supposed to be happening before and after training, or during training. We get in, we train and we get out, and it's really important that if you have any cold or flu symptoms at all or feel unwell, that you don't attend training, don't feel obliged to, like we might normally under normal circumstances. And participation is obviously optional. Like obviously most training is compulsory, but in these times if people are feeling uneasy or unwell, you can opt out, okay, as long as you inform your coaches of your status training. So groups 20 plus a coach, minimum support staff, no spectators. Obviously parents of junior players will need to be in attendance, but we need to remain outside the boundaries of the court fences. Okay, it'll be players and coaches only inside the fences, and the only people permitted in the club rooms are the coaches, one coach at a time in fact, in order to get equipment. So one in, one out basically. Access to the toilets, okay, the council has cleaned the outside toilets. We're not allowed to use the toilets inside our own change room facilities. It's the same for the football side of things. So you'll have to access toilet facilities outside the building and follow all signage or instructions that are put up, which are put in place to basically maintain the flow of traffic. Okay, so there are going to be certain entry points and certain exit points that it's really important that we all adhere to, both individually and collectively as a group. As I go up to the next page of my notes, activity and equipment. Okay, we must be arrived, dressed and ready to train, and that includes our strapping. Okay, so we need to be responsible for our own strapping and taping. Hopefully our training staff will be accessible for a private appointment if need be, because normally they'd be down at training anyway. So hopefully we're working on making sure that we've got some clear times for some medical services to be available to us if really need be. Okay, so arrive 15 minutes before training, no sooner. Okay, so you can get yourself ready to warm up and get going. Obviously training will be modified to a certain extent to allow us to maintain 1.5 metres physical distance, and that's normally a stationary physical distance. There will be times when we accidentally come into that range, but we'll make sure we adhere as much as we possibly can. Activities will involve small group training, obviously partner-based skills and set drills, but with no direct contact and minimal mixing in between the groups. Okay, so once we're in a group for the night, that's the group we're in for the whole night. We won't be using any bibs. I think balls and cones are about the only thing that's allowed, and it's really, really important that everyone brings their own drink bottle and towel. Okay, pretty much no drink bottle, no towel, you can't train, you're not prepared to train. So let's try to take responsibility for our own personal equipment. You can bring your own hand sanitizer, but we will have lots of sanitizer and cleaning materials available. And of course a no-no is sharing food. So if you've got pre-training or post-training snacks, make sure you prepare them for yourself and yourself only. Alright, with health and hygiene, once again reinforcing that if you feel unwell at all, that you don't return to training, okay, until you are well. We make sure we wash our hands with soap or water, even alcohol sanitizer. Cover our coughs and sneezes. We cough and sneeze into our elbow, okay, and we're not to clear our nose or spit while we're out on the court. As we said to the boys, if it means you leaving the track and getting an alcohol wipe and blowing your nose at that and throwing it straight in the bin, so be it. It's better than going against the precautions that we're forced to put in place. Okay. Make sure that your personal hygiene is maintained. Okay, make sure you showered at home prior to the session. Okay, I know it sounds anal, but it's what's happening at a professional level, just to make sure that we are clean when we turn up. Make sure we keep our gear clean, our clothes clean, and refrain from once again any unnecessary contacts, so handshakes, high fives. Unfortunately, we're going to have to be creative and find other ways to express our pleasure with what we're doing and enjoy our time together. Take it easy, okay? A lot of us, some people might have been really diligent and training really hard and doing netball specific training, but we're going to need to ease our way back into it in order to decrease the likelihood of injury, especially with those people who have an injury history and may be predisposed to injury. Okay, you must make sure that your 2020 Netball Victoria membership is paid up, so you're still covered by insurance. Okay. We are not supposed to attend training if we've had any close contact with anyone that we know of or suspected to have maybe suffering or suffered from COVID-19. Any person with a possible case obviously should refrain from training, and unless they've been cleared by a doctor. Okay. And it's really important, as we've insisted on the football side of things, that everyone downloads the COVID Safe app. It means that we're taking responsibility and helping spread the load out into the community of trying to prevent any spread. Okay, so we're always going to take the following steps to help with our colleagues and our teammates. General hygiene, let me reinforce: washing hands, using hand sanitizer, avoid touching our eyes and face as much as we possibly can, coughing and sneezing into our elbow, or using cloths or tissues and throwing them straight in the bin. Okay, the netball hygiene stuff, obviously not sharing drinks and towels. Okay. Obviously, once again, we're not using bibs, okay, and all balls again have to be cleaned at the end of every session, okay, so to make sure that they're ready and clean at the start of the next session as well, okay. And we're going to do our very best to avoid our contact with people who are sick. And that means with any illness, because people, it's just one of those times where we've got to be very wary, unfortunately, but it is the done thing. So, last dot points: we bring our own drink bottles, make sure they're full, okay, and make sure we've got a hand towel. Entry and exit points will be clearly signed, so we need to make ourselves aware of those and stick to those. Ensure our netball membership or Netball Victoria membership, or VNA, has been paid, and once again we encourage everyone to download the app. As a parent, I can't wait to see you all back on the court, and as our COVID safety officer, I have great faith in all of the girls and the boys in our football club to do the right thing by themselves, by the club and by each other, and look forward to seeing you out there. Great job by Kelly and all the girls who are volunteering and making the signs and providing all the equipment and cleaning needs that we have to make sure that we're COVID safe. See you on the court, see you on the field, guys.